Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon Rejuvenation. Hope everybody is staying happy, healthy, and safe. On the last part, we spent the first half hunting down Kimono girls before battling it out with their respective evolutions, and then we made our way here to Axis High University, explored the fairgrounds, which is basically where we're at right now. We can't go into the actual university yet, and we did a bit of story. So continuing onward, we're going to head through this gate here into the District of Hope, and there's actually nothing here. This entire episode is just going to be nothing but pure story, except for this. If we go to the 15th floor of this building right here, we can grab ourselves a free Thunderstone. This is actually pretty nice. We don't have access to the children's camp that's to the left of Akua Town anymore, or we won't have access to it for quite a while. So any elemental stones that we can grab are pretty nice. Anyways, here it is, the Hospital of Hope. You can get a lot of neat information by talking to the nurses and NPCs that are wandering around here. We're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to head to the only place we can, the 38th floor. And right inside this room is going to be story time. Also, pardon me, my throat is a little bit sore. It's been sore for the last couple days. Also, we can talk to Isha over here if you want. He'll tell us that he's very busy, but he's going to jump back up in the story in a second. I see. Just look. Look at what they put Venam in. They put her in a pod just to sit there. How could I let this happen to her? Why wasn't I good enough to do anything? Melia, if anyone should be saying that, it should be me. It's really funny. When I got that letter saying Veronica would be replaced as gym leader temporarily, I wished for an excuse to leave and not look back. And when I got the call about what happened to Veronica, guess that phrase is true. Be careful what you wish for. There has to be something we can do about this, right? Negative. Venam's state is a very tricky one, something I've never dealt with before. How does one reform someone from stone back into organic human flesh? On paper, it's an impossible task. However, I've overcome tasks deemed impossible many times. We'll do our best to try and revive Venam, but for now, there's not much that can be done. And thus is the fate of all who are turned to stone. Hello, ma'am. Do you have an appointment, or are you a visitor? Screw that! I don't need to tell you anything. What the hell happened to her? Amber, is that you? Oh, Miss Vissel. It's been a long time. Whatever, forget that. How the hell did this happen? Amber, when did you get here? Is that really what's important here? I'm trying to ask how my friend was turned to stone. We don't know. She snuck out in the middle of the night, and then she was found like this. You stupid idiot. Told you one day you'd get yourself in a lot of trouble. What are we doing about this then? As I was just saying, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing anyone can do, and that's just the reality. I'm working as hard as I can to try and create a miracle, but you only get so many. So that's just it then? We're just gonna give up and pray to God that we get a miracle? That's bullshit. Nothing's going to happen if we just sit around and do nothing but wait. That's just what we have to do. You people are just so weak. This guy got hit too? Correct. That's Damien, the Dark-type gym leader. What? Don't spout bullshit. There is no Dark-type gym leader in Avium at the moment. Pardon? There is no Dark-type gym leader in Avium. The last leader resigned to go travel the world or something. How do you know that? Why do you know that? Because the last Dark-type gym leader was my stupid dad. And he didn't resign to travel the world. He resigned because he wanted nothing to do with me or my mom. So that's why I know whoever this guy is definitely not the Dark-type gym leader. You should listen to that girl. She's smart. The person left in this pod? I mean, he sure does look like me, but he isn't. My name's Damien. I'm not the Dark-type leader. I'm the Dragon-type leader. You're the Dragon-type leader? I don't understand. Why? Why am I simultaneously in this pod and out here talking to you? It's because the one inside this pod is just a sculpture. I made it myself. I'm sure she meant that too, but like, why fake this? How did you even get people to mistake you for the Dark-type leader? It's really easy to trick people into believing a lie. I created a fake persona that involved me being a Dark-type gym leader. All I had to do was prove to that Amanda girl that I was capable of being it. That was it. Turns out, she's been traveling the whole region to find a replacement for the longest time. I jumped on that opportunity. Okay, but why? It was all to find her. To find Alexandra. Alexandra? You may not know her by that name. She's probably created tons of aliases that she herself probably doesn't remember. Maybe you'll remember her if I describe what she looked like. Dark skin, long black hair, purple and green robes. I've been chasing her for a long time. Longer than I can even remember now. She was too crafty for me. I couldn't find her myself, I had to make her come to me. So I created a fake persona and staged my death. Alexandra always knew that I wanted to be a Dark-type trainer. More than anything else, I was forced to take the dragon's path. I knew that if she heard that a Dark-type gym leader named Damien was turned to stone, her curiosity would consume her. She would make her way here to see for herself. It almost worked too. I revealed myself too early. She ran off. Alexandra will bring upon the end of the world if I don't find her. Something just doesn't add up. I'll confess, I did speak to this Alexandra person before. She was a nice person. She didn't do anything that made me feel unsafe. Not even when she asked me to do the Dragon's Trial. The Dragon's Trial. Anyway, it's not Alexandra that I'm worried about. She wouldn't harm a fly. It's the thing she was traveling with. The thing she stole from our tribe. The thing she was traveling with? She was alone. She was alone? Did she not have a female being traveling with her? Dark hair, dark skin, ponytails, and incredible psychic abilities. Dark hair, dark skin, ponytails. and incredible psychic abilities. No, that can't be possible. Are you referring to Nim? It had no name at the... Wait, you said she named herself Nim. No, that has to be it. Only it would name itself Nim. Nim. When was the last time you've seen Nim? Don't be fooled by its appearance. It's not the innocent girl she seems to be. It's their existence is what's causing everything to go wrong in the first place. She isn't taken care of. The entire world. She's dead. It's dead? That's impossible. If it were dead, then... Why do you keep referring to her as it? She was a fucking person, you moron. She was our friend. A friend that we failed to save from Team Zen. She died in front of our eyes. Team Zen dumped her in a pit of boiling lava. I'm so sorry. I can't help but laugh at your ignorance. It can't die from methods like that. I believe you that she fell into a lava pit. Nim, or whatever you call her, isn't dead. Her body must have reformed somewhere else. That's just its demonic nature. You can't kill it through normal means. You think Nim is still alive? Most definitely. Now I have this information. I suppose I must move elsewhere. As for you, boy with the white hair. Me? If you're who I think you are, then perhaps things won't be so bad after all. If you don't remember quickly, then we're going to have problems. I must go for now. With this new bit of information, I'm sure I can find Nim. If you happen to run into Alexandra again, tell her that she can't run from her problems forever, because they will catch up with her in one way or another. That guy was a weirdo. A weirdo and a jerk. Right? I'm sorry, I don't know what to do with the information I was just given. There's a possibility that Nim is alive? Ahem. I'm sure you all are overjoyed, and I hate to cut you off, but visiting hours are now over. You have to leave this room for the time being. Understood. That being said, I believe there were 2 victims in this attack. I'll have to tend to that lavender girl now, once I remove this decoy from this pod. Wasting space, time, and my money. Well, where do we even begin with all that? Can I ask you something easier? I'm not in the mood to think right now. Amber, what are you even doing here? Huh? Oh, that's right. I'm here because of the Festival of Dreams. I come here every year, but this year's special. What's so special about this year? I was just about to get there? Melia, who is this guy anyway? You know what? Don't even worry about it. I don't really care. Anyway, this year's special because I was specifically asked by Cassandra to be a commentator and a referee. Oh, wow. That's a lot of responsibility. Yeah, I know, right? How stupid is she for picking me? I took the job anyway and came here as fast as I could. The moment I got here, I overheard someone talking about how this girl named Enam was in some sort of accident. Then, after I saw a news board about how she was turned to stone, I ran here as quick as I could. I practically left my mom behind. Don't worry, I'll make it up to her later. Still working on this world brat thing, but it's a process. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thanks. I gotta go look for my mom now, though. I'm sure she's wondering where I am. See you all at the tournament. I see. There's something I want to give... Actually, I'll give it to you later. I guess we should all get going as well. Melia, before you go, I'd like to talk. Frankly, I'm a little surprised you're here. You're supposed to be missing and all. But that's your business, and I'm not going to pry. I know that you and Veronica were very close. When I first got here, I was given all of Veronica's possessions, including her Pokémon. However, there was one thing that she was carrying that I think was actually meant for you. Oh? This box. It says it's from Venam and Icy. It's a red ribbon. Happy birthday, Melia. From Venam and Icy. I see. Thank you, Chastity. Melia, you must stop blaming yourself for this. So in case anybody's kind of out of the loop, because we haven't seen her in ages, this is actually Venam's mother. I remember the first time I entered that cutscene, I was kind of clueless. Anyways, there's not much to do here, so we'll just leave and enter another cutscene. I'm sorry, but do I know you? Look, Melia, I know this is sudden, but I'm Aleta, and I need you to come with me. Aleta? I thought you were in a coma. And you thought Nim was dead, but we're wrong sometimes. What? How do you know about that? Why are you being so rude? I was outside listening to you all speak, but that's not important right now. Icy and I came here to bring you back with us. Back off. What's your deal anyway? And who are you? I don't remember you at all. Are you coming with me or not, Melia? And what if I don't want to? What then, Aleta? Two can play this game, and I don't appreciate your attitude. Look, I know you can probably tell, but something's wrong with me. I'm not the same person I was before the events on Valor Mountain. I've been given the opportunity to learn everything about myself. You know Erin, right? Her grandfather got me out of my coma, but the curse that put me there is still lingering within me. If you just come with me, maybe all of this can be fixed and we can all move on. I see. Well, given that explanation, it's hard for me to say no. Fine, but curse or not, you'll have to learn to watch your tone. Because frankly, I don't appreciate it. Yeah, I know. I just can't control myself sometimes. Come on, let's go. Wait. Huh? What's the problem? Why didn't you talk to us while we were in the hospital? Why were you just eavesdropping on us? Because I couldn't look you in the face and talk about what happened. Do you really need another sob story after what happened to Venam? What good would that do for anyone? It wouldn't do anything. That being said, we're going to the Rose Theater, which is on Route 9. I'll have to get there by train. The Scholar District still isn't open to the public because of the power issues. It's like she's a totally different person. You two were friends with her at one point? Yeah, we were really good friends, actually. Whatever happened to her changed her personality a lot, but that's why I want to help her. And with this red ribbon Icy and VNAM got me, I'm going to make a promise. I'm going to save VNAM, I'm going to save Aleta too. And this time, I refuse to fail. I'm going to head on over to the Rose Theater. Would you like to come with us? And since we don't have anything to do in between now and then, we might as well take the fast travel option. So back here at Route 9 at the Rose Theater, we'll head this way and right over here into this room and continue on with the story yet again. Seems our last participant has finally arrived. Participant? What is this, old man? Said I would tell you everything, Aleta. And in a way, that wasn't a lie. But I won't be directly telling you everything. So what you're saying is that you brought us here to reject us in unison. Classy. Not entirely true. It is time for you to learn who you really are. But you will live it, not learn it. Pardon me? I've been ordered by higher powers to present this to you all when the time came. Something that will allow you all to live through the painful events that happened many years ago. This is a time splicer stone. A what? A time splicer stone. A stone that allows someone to splice through the threads of time and space. With this, you can transport yourself into the past, before the calamity known as Storm 9 tore the region apart. Time travel? You expect me to believe something like that is possible? I'd like to agree with Aleta, but stranger things have happened. But I don't understand. What does this have to do with anything? You will see the truth for yourself. Use this time splicer stone to go back and find Sheridan Village. Sheridan Village. In the past? If the answer lies there, then I will go with no questions asked. I guess you want me to go and look after Aleta. I guess my job spans across multiple points of time. Yes, this journey requires Icy, Melia, Aleta, and you, Aaron. However, I was surprised to see that Canon has appeared in this time as well. Unfortunately, I cannot allow Canon to involve himself in this task. What? I'm being brushed to the side again? I mean no ill will, but this... What does it matter? I'm not even originally from this time. You're saying you're not going to let me go back home? Why can't Canon come with us, Suda? Canon has already finished his purpose in the past. The events that will unfold in Sheridan can only be done by you four. Canon interrupts this. The results can be disastrous. No, it's fine. I totally get it. No one wants me around. Canon, that's not what he's trying to say. No, it's been real clear how you all think of me recently. Can't even get a word out until someone... You're not coming, and that's just it. Alexandra was right, you know. I don't belong here at all. You'll have fun back in the past without me. I'm leaving. Just where do you plan on going? To find Alexandra. I know exactly where she is. Don't try and look for me. Leave him. The journey he takes to find Alexandra will change him. A much needed change that we will need later. What's up with you lately? You've been talking like you know more than you put on, old man. That's not important right now. For now, you four must travel through time. There's no time to waste. Let's just forget about Canon and go. I'm assuming I just touched this thing. I hope Canon will be okay on his own. He will be fine. He has to be. Will Aleta truly be better if I do this? Will helping her save her from what she's become? Most certainly. Okay, let's do this then. Please, Icy. Interact with the stone whenever you're ready to do so. Time works in a very funny way. You can take all the time you need to prepare before jumping through. And he's actually right. But there's really nothing to prepare for, so let's activate this crystal and get on through. And back here with the old Hoenn graphics, or Generation 3 graphics. And more story. This is Avium in the past. For sure. The air has a different scent here. Is this Route 9 specifically, or is this another area? Time Splicer stones are linked. This could be an entirely different part of the region for all we know. I actually think we're still pretty close to a city called Q-Giran City. That's what Giran City was back then. I see. So we're just supposed to find Sheridan Village with no guide of any kind? I've lived here for a couple of years and even I don't know where that is. But that's mostly because I barely left the house unless I went to work at Q-Giran Cafe. Guys, take a look at the sky! Oh, that's an eclipse. More specifically, a solar eclipse. Eclipse. If there's an eclipse, that means Spacia and Tiempia should be here. Spacia and Tiempia? Yes, they're two beings that have control over time and space. For some reason, they can only appear in this time when there's a solar eclipse. Perhaps we should go speak with them? They might know where Sheridan is. Sounds good to me. Do you know where they are? They should be in Amberetta Town, which is located north of Q-Giran City. And where exactly is Q-Giran City? Well, judging by the fallen meteorites, this place must be Route 4. I believe Route 4 was expecting their annual meteor shower too. So what you're saying is that we're standing in an area that's expecting a meteoroid to fall on it at any time? Yeah, I suppose that would be the gist of it. And what are we doing just standing around? Do you want to be turned into a human pancake? Now wouldn't that be nice? Maybe if you were turned into a pancake, you'd be a little sweeter. Don't get smart with me. I make savory pancakes too. We can talk about pancakes or whatever later. Let's make her move. You know, I don't know what it is, but going to Sheridan kind of scares me. Don't get me wrong, I'm really excited to see what Sheridan used to be, but I can't help but feel like this is going to end terribly. It's almost as if the Earth is trying to warn me about something. I've never felt anything like this before. What the? I thought this route was supposed to be dangerous. Maybe she doesn't know about the meteor that's supposed to fall soon? Perhaps we should try and warn her? It's possible that she doesn't know. Listen, Melia and Aaron will be perfectly fine without us. It should only take a few moments. So of course, we're going to go ahead and follow Aleta. And this person should also be a little bit familiar. Excuse me, this area is pretty dangerous. Shouldn't be walking around here aimlessly. I already know that, but I can't just leave. My daughter ran off this way and I can't find her for the life of me. You're looking for your daughter? Why did she run off this way? Why don't you ask your friend there? They were there when she ran away. Izzy was there? Yeah, my daughter ran away because I was terrible. I yelled at her for something that wasn't even her fault. I was panicking and stressed. Now she's run off to this route, and she has no idea how much danger she's in. As you can see, I cannot just leave. I have to look for her before it's too late. Well, I can't just leave her here, right? I mean, it's not exactly our problem, but I don't know if I could live with myself if I found out her daughter was killed because we did nothing. So, I'm going to keep following her. And so we will too. Okay, this is starting to get a little dangerous. How long is this route anyway? Is this really worth it for us? These quakes are getting stronger. Oh my god, I see, the meteor. It's about to hit. We're too late. Looks like we found our meteor. Aaron? Where's Icy and Aleta? Beats me. I thought they were following us. They can't both be on Route 4, right? Did that seriously just happen? That woman was... Come on, Icy. We have to go see if everything's okay. I thought I was... for sure a goner. Thank you so much for saving me. Vivian. My name is Vivian. Hold your thanks. The worst isn't over yet. Huh? What do you mean? The meteor brought a friend with it. What is that abomination? Hey lady, I don't exactly appreciate you calling it an abomination. Whether it's from space, alternate worlds, or from this very same route, we all share the same sky. Isn't that right? I mean, I suppose. But that thing looks angry. You're right. It does look angry. I can't say I like the idea of harming this thing. I guess I don't really have to do it myself this time. Hey kid, think you could do me a solid? Appreciate it. Yeah, sure. I appreciate your enthusiasm. Go for it. So this is level 1. Doesn't matter what you have, you'll knock it out. Sorry, Deoxys, but I couldn't have you causing problems. What were you guys doing? Thought you were following us. Well, this woman was running around this route. I recalled Melia saying a meteor was expected soon. I had to warn her, otherwise she would have gotten herself killed, and she almost did. I was looking for my daughter. She ran off in this direction. I couldn't just leave her here. You're lucky I was around. I can't help but think low of you. Why did your own child run away from you? It's because I was a bad mother. I forced my ideals on her too much. I yelled at her for something that wasn't even her fault. I was stressed and... I'm not a parent. The best thing you could do to get your child to hate you is to force your ideals upon them. They aren't yours to control. They're living beings of this universe. You must guide them as a parent, yes, but you must let them make their own decisions. I understand. All I wanted was for Anastasia to take over Rejuvenation Corporation when she was older. Rejuvenation Corporation? Yes, I am the president of that company. Ah, yes. I've heard of that corporation. You wish to restore the Miria region, is that correct? Yes, once the Miria region is restored, we can all go back. We don't need to live on Avium anymore. Hang on, Miria region? What, you don't know of the Miria region? How could you not know? These kids can be educated on their history another time. For now, I believe it's only appropriate for you to head back home. What about Anastasia? I can't just leave her out here by herself. She's just a child for Arceus' sake. She will turn up eventually. Could I ask one of you kids to escort this lady back home? I suppose I'll do it. It gives me the opportunity to learn my surroundings. Are you sure you're okay? You look like you want to vomit. Honey, that's because I do. Now just take me home, please. Sure. Hey, what are your names? Well, I'm Melia. My friend who just left is Aaron. This is Aleta, and that's Icy. I see. I must say, you battled incredibly well. Alright, that was a level 1 Deoxys. I do battle well. It's almost a little scary how easily you handled that Deoxys. Meteors have been falling in this area often lately. Each meteorite in this area held 1 Deoxys. I had to destroy each one before they got out of hand. It's barbaric, but it was necessary. I'm going to interrupt you for a quick second. You said your name was Vivian? That's my name. I knew it. Could it be possible that you are the sensei of Sheridan Village? Oh? So you know of me then? I'm impressed. Yes, I am the sensei of Sheridan Village. Though, to be honest, I'm not much of a sensei anymore. Would it be possible to tell us where Sheridan Village is? Sure? It's east of Kugiran Woods. It's not that difficult to find. But, why are you three interested in Sheridan Village? I can't exactly say it's a place for tourism. We're just interested in the culture is all. Fine, you're welcome to visit us anytime. I have to go now, though. I'll see you soon then, yeah? Aleta, how did you know she was the sensei of Sheridan Village? Because I'm from Sheridan Village. I was taught that Vivian was the very first sensei. This is the past, correct? I just made an assumption, and just happened to be right. So you got lucky? Guess so. Convenient. Anyway, before we go to Sheridan Village, there's one place I'd like to visit. Does it have anything to do with those two? Spacia and Tiampia? Yeah, they should be in Amberetta Town. Guess Sheridan can wait. The eclipse is about to be over soon anyway. And so with that, they'll actually just go ahead and straight up whisk us away to Amberetta Town. And it's time. It really is time. We're gonna finally enter Spacia and Tiampia's lodge. I don't get it. Why aren't they here? The eclipse ended, Melia. Perhaps we're too late. It's true that they can only appear when an eclipse happens. I remember Tiampia saying that they can linger around for a few days after, until their power is completely drained. I was so sure they were going to be here. And correct you were, Melia. Ever heard of being fashionably late? We're not on time, but time is a social construct anyway. That's a relief. I thought you guys really weren't going to be here. My, Melia. You look different. I see Icy and Aleta are here as well. I guess that means your mission at Black Steeple Castle was successful, to some degree. It was, but a lot has happened since then. I have no doubt about that. Now tell me, what is it that you want? Surely something ails you. Yes, I was going to ask you something important. You were going to ask if there was anything we could do for your friend, Veronica? That's exactly why I came here. It is possible for us to revive your friend and everyone that was affected by that nasty curse. Really, that's outstanding. But we won't. You won't revive them? Why not? That's not really our job, nor our problem. We were given the task to save the world from Storm 9, and that's all. We don't interfere with the life of mortals. But you decided to interfere with mine. I know it was you who teleported the Zen Brigade to Terrajuma Shore. It was you two who saved me from Team Zen in Amethyst Cave all that time ago. You must understand one thing, Melia. We don't interfere with the lives of mortals unless we're directly told otherwise. I don't understand. I thought this function was brought up by you two. Aren't you the ones who call the shots? To some degree, yes. Think of us as admins of an organization. We do what Her Majesty tells us to do. Who is Her Majesty? You will learn soon enough. Melia, I'm sorry to break it to you, but this seems like a complete waste of time. Melia, can I ask you a question? What's more important? The fate of a single life, or the fate of the majority? What? What if this world decided on two outcomes? Veronica dies and the world is saved. Or Veronica lives and there are millions of casualties. What would you do in a situation like this? What kind of question is this? I won't answer that. But what if you must? What if everything is up to you in the end? Is this really fair to ask? Would anyone be able to answer this question? The answer to this question is a no-brainer for us. If it were up to us, Veronica would die for the lives of the majority. Oh, that anger in your eyes. That's something new. Melia, you can't save everyone. People are destined to perish in this world. Whether it be for themselves or for the greater good, it's something that cannot be avoided. You know what? I'm done listening. Y'all can go about your ideals and whatever, but I'm done listening. We have somewhere we want to be. Thanks for the chat. Wait, before you go, I have something for you three. One for you, one for Aleta, and finally, one for Icy. An amulet. Not really one for jewelry. Not just any amulet. Crafted with one of my time gears. It's a time gear. It's an object that allows the flow of time to be controlled. However, they have many other side effects. Some of which you'll discover very soon. Thanks. I appreciate it, I guess. Goodbye. One day, you'll learn, Melia. I thought I could trust those two, but after hearing that, if it came to it, it would probably throw us under the bus if it meant their success. It's probably not worth going crazy over. They've got that moral ambiguous type of personality. That's just their line of thinking. I don't really think we can change that. Thanks for forgetting about me, guys. Really appreciate that. You're lucky the path to Amberetta Town is pretty straightforward. Sorry about that, Aaron. Don't sorry me. Just don't do it again. Did you guys talk to those two you mentioned earlier? Yeah, and it wasn't exactly a really exciting conversation. Can I ask you a question, Aaron? Ask away. What would you do if you were put in a situation that required you to choose between the greater good and the one you care a lot about? That's a deep question. Anyway, I'd sacrifice the one I loved. You would sacrifice them? Both options suck, but I think it would be better for me if I didn't have the blood of millions on my hands. But if you think about it, the blood of one can stain your hands just as bad as the blood of many. Is there any clear answer for a question like that? Probably not. Somehow, I knew you'd answer the question with some long explanation like that. Whatever. Let's just head to Sheridan Village. It's east of Rejuvenation Woods, right? Melly is naive. It's like she never grew up. That sense of heroism isn't realistic. It's going to bite her one of these days. But who am I to judge? Probably wouldn't hurt to use your imagination at least once in a while. So we're finally out of cutscene mode, or story mode, whichever, and we can head off over to Sheridan Village. And like I said, it's pretty hard to get lost here in the past. So here we are in Rejuvenation City, and over here is the Rejuvenation Woods. If we head all the way over to this way, should be right over here. This will be the entrance to Sheridan Village, right up here. But actually, we've done so much today already, so I think this is going to be it. We've dealt with an absurd amount of story, and there is quite a lot more to come. But the good news is that hopefully after a little bit of story on the next part, we should be getting into some more battles, which is going to be pretty fun. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, hope this helped, and I will catch you all on the next one. Stay safe and peace.